let's come home now. The minority is demanding the total withdrawal of the E-Levy until Parliament engages extensively with stakeholders. The minority argues that it shouldn't be the sole preserve of the Finance Minister to engage with the electorate, insisting the Finance Committee must be given ample time to receive a memoranda on the levy before its consideration. Minority Chief Whip Muntaka Mubarak was contributing to the business statement for this week when he indicated that the E-Levy is scheduled for consideration next week.
He stated the chairman of the business committee is indicating that the finance minister is seeking to get ample time to go and further consult. Mr. Speaker, let me state, as a matter of fact, throughout this period of the research, we on this side were never consulted or talked to about this, about the electronic transfer levy bill. And Mr. Speaker, at the Committee of Finance, our side of this House requested that as part of the practice of this House and supported by the Constitution and the standing orders, we should open up for people to bring memoranda for the engagement, and we said there was no time. But now we are giving time to the Minister of Finance at his request. We should wait for him to do consultation, but we cannot even give this House time to consult. Mr. Speaker, I want to make reference to the 1992 Constitution, and precisely Article 106(4). And with your permission, Mr. Speaker, I read: whenever a bill is read the first time in Parliament, it shall be referred to the appropriate committee appointed under the Article 103 of this Constitution, which shall examine the bill in details and make all such enquiries. In relation to it.
But in a sharp rebuttal, Communications Minister Esther Owusu-Ekufo kicked against the move, arguing that the minority denied the Finance Minister an opportunity to engage with her.
Distinctly remember that during the conclusion of the debate on the budget, the Finance Minister asked and prayed this House to be given time to consult all sides of the House in view of the views that had been expressed during the debate. Mr. Speaker put the matter to vote, and this side of the House voted unanimously against giving the Finance Minister time to consult them on the issues that had arisen out of the budget. I'm therefore surprised that now they are seeking to be given the opportunity to consult or to be consulted on the E-Levy and on other matters arising from the consideration of the budget. They have indicated clearly, as it's recorded in the proceedings of the House on that day, that they are not interested or desirous of being consulted on any matter to do with the passage of the budget. So why this sudden about thing? I would like them to explain to the good people of Ghana why.
And still in Parliament, the Speaker, Alban Badmin, has vowed to ensure that the practices, rules and procedures of the House are strictly adhered to. In his view, the strict compliance will help to curb the impunity and rancor in the chamber. The leadership of Parliament agreed with him and described the actions of MPs in the previous sitting as unfortunate. Let's first listen to the minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, when he charged his colleagues to observe the rules of the standing orders.
However, Mr. Speaker, as you note, Parliament the last time, as we adjourned in a manner that the Ghanaian people were unhappy about our conduct, about our conduct, even in our efforts to explain that for us, we were resisting the oppressor's rule. And we were strictly requesting adherence to the letter and spirit of the 1992 Constitution and the standing orders of the Parliament of Ghana as to what a speaker or a person presiding can do and cannot do. We know that in established democracies like the United Kingdom, to which we are borrowed, the person presiding doesn't exercise original or custom vote. That is our view. This is not a forum to resolve it, but I'm explaining that we should endeavor to resolve these matters with civility and decorum. So I assure you, Mr. Speaker, I do not think that it should get rancorous or acrimonious, even result in fiscal exchanges. That is unbecoming of us as members of Parliament, and I'm not sure our children and the Ghanaian young people want to learn that this is what happens in the Parliament of Ghana. So we all endeavor, Mr. Speaker, to restrain our colleagues. So colleagues, be guided. Let Parliament remain a forum where right and wrong are debated, and right prevails, not partisanship. When we debate between the right and the wrongs, we should endeavor to coalesce around what is right.
On the part of the Majority Leader, Osechi Mensah-Bonsu's recent pronouncement by some members of the House are injurious to parliamentary practice. He therefore charged members to act in ways befitting of honourable members.
The House may be aware this first meeting is expected to be very demanding of honourable members, since a number of bills and other important parliamentary business will be considered at this meeting. Speaker, bills that may be presented to the House for now number about 68. Instruments that are being processed to be delivered to the House number about 80. And there are 400 questions that have been filed. And indications are that the number would climb up since members have returned from their constituencies and, as usual, after the interactions with constituents, would want to reflect the needs of constituents at question time. Mr. Speaker, for this reason, the Office of the Leader of Government Business is consulting and conferring with the ministers to determine their respective prioritized agenda for the meeting. It is hoped that by this joint effort, the House will be assisted to make judicious use of the limited time that is available to the House. Speaker, His Excellency the President, in accordance with Article 67 of the Constitution, will at this meeting deliver to the House a message on the state of the nation. Speaker, so given the tall order of business that we have, members are entreated to brace themselves up to the task ahead.
We can now hear from the Speaker, who has cautioned members to be civil in their engagement.
Harmony and discord, Parliament has given a clear indication of taking advantage of the opportunities offered by a hung Parliament. It ought to be clear to Ghanaians by now that Parliament has taken some steps to claw back a bit of its lost image and brand as a willing tool of the executives. This gives a glimmer of hope that Parliament will not continue to be in the belly or a rubber stamp of the executive. I'm not just talking about if Parliaments after this. So whether you are on the right or on the left, you'll be seen as part of governance and inclusiveness in the sharing of the national kit. The unique architecture that Almighty God graciously gifted to the country through the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic must be appreciated by all lovers of democracy. Let's give the hung Parliament a chance.